Welcome, all my fellow Redskin brethren and sister. I am your man and resident Redskins fan, Lou. Thank you for joining me here on the Redskins Report, quickly on the R3. A little late, but still great. Breaking down the 20-15 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. It was nice to get a win at the crib. Hell, it was just nice to get a win in general, but always nice to get one in front of the home faithful just to give them a reason to still come out and check for the fellas. It's been a rough season. First time in 2 years, or really 3 if you want to count this year, that we're not playing meaningful December football. So it's a little rough when you look around the league and everybody else is playing games that matter. And we're playing against the Arizona Cardinals, and for the right to be 6-8, and the Cardinals holding on to their last gasp of playoff hope, trying to get to 7-7, wasn't the most entertaining game. As a matter of fact, the Cardinals really dominated this game, and if not for them being just a horrible football team just like us, we don't win this game, because we had 15 plays in the first half of this game, which was just comical. Reminded me of another game earlier in the season versus Kansas City where we rarely touched the football, like literally the entire night. When we lost to the Chiefs on a Monday night. So luckily we didn't succumb to the same fate that we did that Monday night. But Blaine Gabbert stinks. I used to call him Blaine Garbage or Blame Gabbert. You call him whatever you like, but he's still garbage. And he was horrible. He was horrific. He missed a lot of open receivers. I can think of a guy running a corner route, a tight end running a corner route that was open for a touchdown that he missed. I could think of their tight end dropping the football late in the ball game over the middle that would have got it down to the 1-yard line. Anthony Lanier was huge. He batted down what would have been an easy touchdown on a slant to their running back that was wide open. We dodged a ton of bullets in this game. Blaine Gabbert stinks. We were fortunate with turnovers and batted balls and things of that nature. We kept them out of the end zone. You know, you say what you want. You call it luck. You call it them being bad, but we kept them out of the end zone. 5 trips to the red zone, they came away with, or 6 trips to the red zone, and they came away with 5 field goals. And in the last possession of the game, where we was able to keep them out of the end zone to preserve the win. So the defense got it done. They created turnovers. You had the fumble by Anthony Lanier that was forced on the sack on the first possession of the game. Look, Preston Smith, you got to score there. And for everyone that was calling out Preston Smith and having one in his head on a platter, take that. You know, Preston with a sack, Preston with an interception, Preston with a scooped up fumble. Should have scored. Need you to score that. Luckily, Jamison Crowder was able to get in 2 plays later. But Preston had himself a ball game, and I'm happy for him, because a lot of people have been really down on him. And look, it is what it is. It was the Arizona Cardinals. It was Blaine Gabbert, all right? But I thought Nick Vigil had a strong game again, and he's looking to try to, and again, for those who say that meaningless games at the end of seasons don't matter, tell that to Nick Vigil, who is right now playing for a roster spot next year. I mean, he looks damn good. I can tell you that much. He should have had a pick. The referees, they were horrible in this game. But then again, we've had bad officiating all year in our home games. So that should not come as a surprise to any of you. Nick Vigil, that was an interception late in the ball game to put this one away. It should have never come down to their tight end dropping a pass or us needing a stop late in the game to preserve the victory. That should have easily been game over with a pick, and they took that from us. The whole unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on A.J. Francis for using another defender to try to leverage is what it's called. Bogus call. There was no leveraging there. A.J. Francis didn't jump on top of anybody. It was a terrible call that extended a Cardinals drive. Luckily enough for us, the defense was able to rise to the occasion, get a stop again. And again, it's part of the reason we won the game, because the officials made a bunch of mistakes and the football guys had to come in and right several wrongs in this game. How about special teams being special yet again? Can we get a break on special teams for once? They kicked the football off to start the second half, and that's what we do. We just let it hit the ground, and no one thinks, well, I probably should pick that up. Nope, I'll just turn around and try to block somebody and allow the Cardinals to scoop it up. What ineptitude. But again, When you're bad, you do things like that, and that's what bad teams do. And luckily enough for us, the Cardinals were just as bad, if not worse than us, on this particular day. And so we were able to come away with the victory, but there were some standouts in this game. None bigger to me than Anthony Lanier. I thought Anthony Lanier was special in this game. 2 sacks, about 3 or 4 batted balls, a ton of pressures. He was everywhere in this game, and he deserves a lot of credit. Like I said, Nick Vigil, I thought he was outstanding. Kendall Fuller needs to go to the Pro Bowl this year. I mean, everyone's got to do their part. And I don't know if the Pro Bowl voting is over. I don't give a damn about voting for the Pro Bowl. And generally, I don't care. But he deserves to go. I don't think everybody in the league knows how good this guy is. He might be the best slot corner in the league. And he was outstanding in this game. And he deserves credit. And that was a bogus PI at the end of the game on him versus Larry Fitzgerald. And I think the flag was only thrown because it was Larry Fitzgerald. Like, he's 60 years old. It's not our fault he can't jump. Like, he barely got contacted, if at all. And he just couldn't elevate because he's old. And they call PI. Like, ridiculous. But nonetheless, he's playing at a ridiculous level. He needs recognition for what he's doing this year. He leads our team in interceptions. He's one of the best tackling corners we have. He's instinctual, and he needs to go to the Pro Bowl. And I thought he had another tremendous game. Swearinger was all over the field. You knew he wanted it bad because it was his ex-team. Picked up a stupid penalty at the end, but luckily enough for us, it was after the play was over, and so it didn't hurt us. But he had a lot of adrenaline flowing throughout the course of the game. But offensively, there weren't many standouts. Vernon Davis with another damn fumble that kept the Cardinals in the game. Kirk took another beating in this game, but he hung in there and he made some plays. But there's not a lot of plays to be made, man. Offense is hard to watch these days. No Chris Thompson, no Jordan Reed. The receivers are just so underwhelming. Capri Bibbs. Capri Bibbs, everybody. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we got the win, 20-15, so I'm excited about that. And I'm looking forward to trying to get another one at home next week versus Denver. We swept the NFC West. Good for us. We got a chance to split with the AFC West if we can beat the Broncos, and that'll be 6 of our 7 wins will be against teams in a Western division of some sort. So we feasted on the West if we can beat the Broncos, and we've been terrible against the rest. And I don't know what to say about that, but hey, a win's a win's a win. I'll take it any way I can get it. And yeah, the Arizona Cardinals, they stink because they should have beat us, and they should have beat us bad. But again, just like the Giants on Thanksgiving, they wanted to lose more than we did. So we'll gladly appreciate all of your misfortunes and misgivings. And in the season of giving, thanks for giving us a W, a much-needed one. So we can quiet the Jay Gruden needs to be fired. And look, if you don't want Jay Gruden around, you still think he needs to be fired. But for all of the people that might have been on the fence or even ownership that might have thought he lost this team, good to know that that's not the case. And pretty safe to say now, with that win, Jay Gruden's going to be around. Had we had another bad performance in this game, it could have been a little bit dicey for Jay Gruden and everybody involved. But that one's going to quiet the stomach rumblings. Even if only for a week, it'll at least bring it down to a hush and allow this thing to end the way that it's supposed to. With Jay Gruden keeping his job and us building for the future. Whether that's with Kirk or not is of no consequence. I'd love Kirk to be around, but I've already came to the realization that he's not going to be around, and I'm okay with that. But just want to make sure Jay and the people that are supposed to be here are here. And so 20-15, Redskins snap an ugly 2-game losing streak and get on the board in the win column, and that felt good. So we'll see you tomorrow. Redskins report. And looking forward to chopping it up with the fam, talking Redskins football, and getting ready for the Broncos. 2 games left. Enjoy the boys while you can. As I always tell you, this is the last 2 times you'll see this incarnation of the Washington Redskins. You won't see this version of them again. Whether that means no Kirk, or that means no Vernon Davis, or that means no Spencer Long, or no Bashad Breeland, or no Josh Norman, whomever. This is the last time you'll see this coronation. And to be honest with you, we don't know half of the players anyway. So I don't think we'll be missing much, but it'll suck in a couple of Sundays from now. No more burgundy and gold on Sundays. So enjoy it while you can. I am a Redskins fan, etched in burgundy and gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. Redskins spirit will never fold. Until we meet again, hail to our beloved Redskins. I will see you tomorrow for the Redskins Report Live. We'll chop it up, talk all things Redskins, including a huge proceedings that could determine the fate of one Bruce Allen in the Redskins organization. If that thing goes sideways, Bruce Allen could be out of work. So a lot of things to discuss. We'll see what happens. In any event, I'm your man, Louie T. Signing off. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.